Hey guys, what's going on? Today I wanted to give a 1-year review, more or less, of the Halo Hockey Laces 2.0. I love these things, first of all, okay? So I know some people might look at this and say, oh my gosh, Velcro, what are you, 5? But look, I have very, very wide feet, okay? When I joined the Army, I had to get a waiver for it because it was that bad. So these are wide skates, and they still kind of hurt in areas. So the reason why I bought these a year ago when I saw them, you can micro adjust everything you need to do. You want this a little bit looser? Don't do it so hard. Tighter right here, boom. Looser here, tighter here. So you get that micro tuning in case you have a weird foot like me. So you could do it tight here, lower, or looser, tighter, whatever. Now, one critique I had with this, and I spoke with people on Reddit and other goalie forums about these things, everybody I talked to loves them too. They all love this. But they all had one common thing, how the top strap is just a little too loose than most people like. I know some goalies like loose ankles because they like to flex when they go down and stuff like that. I'm not one of those people. I'm somebody who likes it tight. I like secure, like ripping my ankle so I don't turn hard and then whoop, fall over, okay? So one way around this was, I used to, and I still kind of do this top strap, loop it like normal. This is installed normally, right? But that's at the top eyelid. I found it a lot better. I got some other person that convinced me to do this. Put the other side one hole lower. That kind of gives it some more, I guess, length. And on this side, I twist that around. Loop this into here. And then crank this. Well, I can't do it now with one hand, but I put that there and I crank it, and it should go all the way over here when I actually have both hands to do it. Which, give me 1 second. Now, that's what it looks like. So I turn that one eyelid lower than the top, and then I just kind of invert that. So it gives me that extra like inch to crank it, and it works for me. Now, these things are pretty cool because each one of these has different holes on both ends. So you could install them tighter, lower, whatever. I tried a lot of different ways to do it with this top strap to make it tighter, and nothing really worked for me except for this method where it's one eyelid lower on the inside and then ratcheting this thing over here. So I've had these since their launch, which came out like last August, and it's now September or whatever. I love these things. Everybody always asks me about them, and they all want them. Well, I mean, more or less, people like tradition, but then they like to complain about how their feet hurt, whatever. I've let some friends of mine skate around in these, and around like public skate, some game times, whatever. They ended up buying a pair. They ended up saying, yes, these are something I want. And it also convinced them that new stuff needs to be made. And I'm glad that Jack Daniels at Halo Hockey made this, because somebody with super wide feet really loves these things, okay? These have been on my skates for about a year now. Whenever they got released, I think it was like last August or last July 2021. And they're still going strong. Nothing's fraying, nothing is going wrong. I have one recommendation though for people who are very particular about like keeping their pads in good condition. So these Velcros sometimes will rub up on some of your gear on your leg pads. If I have my leg pads with me right now, I'd show you, like, it kind of frays at the boot part. But so one thing I did was just pull down my player sock, like the shin guard sock, over onto here when I'm done securing these in. So I strap these on, sock over like these first two straps, and it covers that up so it doesn't really fray anymore. These are about $50, I believe, or you could just buy the top strap alone. So it could be somebody that has like normal skate lace here and then the option to have that. So this is all preference from me. Again, I have super wide feet. Everybody I've let borrowed these or just hung around with them, they all loved it, and I highly recommend these. Now these won't be for everybody, I get that, but this will be for people who have weird shaped feet like me, who like the option of changing the tightness here or there depending on your foot and relieve stress during the game. I've never had any issue with these coming apart during the game. I know some people asked me before, like, what happens if you're playing a game and then this happens? I don't think this has ever happened because, I mean, these haven't failed on me before. Then I also put the sock over it. Like I said a minute ago, I put my sock over this so it kind of covers these up. These never failed on me, never come apart, never like started fraying or anything. These are still strong a year later. I thought I was going to have to replace these after a year or two, but these are still going strong. Again, Halo Hockey Laces 2.0 from Jack Daniel, and this is a must-have for a lot of goalies. It wouldn't hurt to try. $50 doesn't hurt to try. If you don't like it, hand it off to somebody else.